Welcome back, everybody. Well, National Pet Day is right around the corner, and today we're actually talking about how corporate culture may overlook some pet parents and the grief process when they have to say goodbye to their animals. Well, joining us right now, we have Erica Center. So, Erica, first of all, thank you so much for being here with us. I got to ask you, what are some of the biggest ways that you think businesses could actually do more to support pet owners like me when we do have to let go and say goodbye?
Oh my gosh, I think the biggest way is through compassionate policies like pet bereavement and acknowledging that family structures today include our animals. It's actually good for business in a lot of ways, from a corporate culture standpoint for your employees, but there's also a financial implication. The CDC actually reports American companies lose $226 billion every single year in unmanaged grief.
So when it comes to pet owners, I mean, these animals, I have a dog and four cats, but they are a part of my family. I've had to say goodbye to a couple of pets in the last 3 or 4 years myself. And literally, I took a day off work because of my own grief. So I get it. What are some programs or ideas that these companies could put in place, simple ones that could help these parents, pet parents in their grief?
Yeah, and I first want to say I'm sorry for your loss,
Thank you.
especially so many in the last couple of years. I mean, the pain is really real. The bond that we have with our animals is powerful. It shapes our choices from our spending habits to where we go to work, where we live, how close we live to work. Do we work from home? Do we go into the office? Can we let out our animals during the middle of the day? That's pretty powerful when you really think about how interwoven they are into our lives, which is why, for me as an employer, it's so important to talk about the impact for employers to recognize that this is such an important component to your employees' lives. I think when you think about the impact of like why is the love really there, I think the data shows that when we look into our animal's eyes, it increases our dopamine, it increases our serotonin, and what it lowers is our cortisol, which is a stress hormone. Which so it's there's a mental health component, there's an everyday part of your life structural component into why this relationship is so powerful. And when you think about your workforce, they're not robots, they're human beings who are coming into work. And you have a real opportunity as an employer to recognize this moment that doesn't happen too often, where you can really
Right.
show up for your employee and also reap the benefits of the your own corporate reputation and how your employee is showing up for work, whether you're in the media and you're talking to, your national TV, or also if you're talking to clients or customers who are coming in, there's a real impact to your corporate culture when you recognize this part of your employees' lives. And so for me, I talk about compassionate policies like pet bereavement. Even a single day like you took is an acknowledgement that that matters. I recognize there are some companies who can't offer that. It's really acknowledging that this is happening and being able to help that employee for that period of time, take some things off of their plate, make sure their manager is aware, make sure you're checking in on them, because then you have the impact for that employee to feel supported, to maybe not be working on the most critical tasks in that time because their quality of work is not going to be there. So it's just putting an empathetic hat on as an employer and recognizing this is important.
Are companies and individual mindsets, do you think, starting to change about animals, about pets, and the role they play in our society and in our families?
Yeah, I think that they are. I think, if you look at Forbes reported, I think the animal market is a $26 billion market outside of pet food. This is all of the extra things. I think also this newer generation is choosing not to have children and to have animals as their kids. And so we have to recognize that as employers, that the shift is changing within American families. There's 65 million families in the US who have animals, and the majority of them would consider them part of their family. So we've got to start recognizing that on the workforce front.
I can't thank you enough for stopping by and talking to us today about this, I consider, very important topic. Again, as a pet owner, I get it. And I think most of our viewers really do understand how important this is. And hopefully, corporate America is catching on too. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for being with us.